How many screens is too many screens, even in a foldable? 1, 2, 3. The Huawei Mate XT Ultimate is a tri-fold device with a flagship camera. Now, this is China only. What's interesting is that Huawei, a company that has been banned in several jurisdictions around the world, decided to launch this device on the same day as the flagship iPhone 16 lineup. Sold out completely, they're unable to cope with demand even in the Chinese market. There's also plans in the first quarter of 2025 for them to go global. But what's this device all about, and is it really a gimmick or a true game changer?
A radical new form factor, incredible camera tech, and massive demand. These are the three terms being used to describe the new Huawei Mate XT. This is the world's first tri-fold smartphone. And it did exactly what the company aimed to do: dominate social media in the month of September. Launched in China just hours after the iPhone 16 series was unveiled by Apple, in California, the Huawei Mate XT generated so much hype that the Chinese company had to put up a temporarily out-of-stock sign on its website just seconds after opening the sale. The design is what's being talked about the most. 3 folds, which means more screens for you. The folding mechanism uses flexible materials that allow the screen to bend inward and outward. No mean feat when it comes to engineering. This flexibility is made possible by a special hinge system that Huawei designed to ensure smooth transitions between the different screen modes. But there's more to it than meets the eye. Huawei no longer has access to the latest chipset tech, which means the Mate XT runs on a 7nm chipset, which is almost a 5-year-old technology. For context, the new iPhone 16 lineup runs on a 3nm chip, which is Apple Silicon. The Huawei device cannot compete with modern smartphones in terms of raw power. There's only so much that can be done in the software department as well. But despite the challenges, Huawei still has more than 6.5 million bookings for this tri-fold smartphone. Will it be able to fulfill these bookings is a different story altogether. However, if this phone can prove one thing, it's likely that despite all their woes, Huawei is still doing things no other smartphone maker is.
It's nice to see that companies around the world are trying to innovate, but what will the OS experience be like? Is this all just a lot of hype, which is not even organic? These are things we want to understand when we actually have a hands-on with the device. We wanted to show you the first look of this tri-foldable, but the real question is, when will the Samsungs, the Apples and the Googles, and even the OnePluses for that matter, think of a tri-fold device? Is it actually something that's even practical? Is this the way forward? We just want to give you a first look and our first impressions and analysis and questions on Tech Today.